don't be worried. I did all of this by myself without an agent. There are free agents, guys. Don't let anybody buy you. But if you're using an agent, I like to say please ensure that the agent is uploading all documents correctly. If possible, sit down side by side with your agent. There are organizations rather who actually provide proof of funds for people. I know you somewhere. Hi guys, hello and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, you are definitely welcome. So this is going to be my first proper sit down video in such a long time. Since I started my traveling to the UK series, I haven't done a sit down video, so I'm super excited to be doing this one now. So I'm just going to do a quick introduction. My name is Ella, but on every creative space I go by Toslamgt. So on today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys every information that I know about acquiring a student visa. I'm going to try my best not to be rolling too much because that's going to be a bit distracting. So here in this book I have every detail. So guys, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So hi guys, first thing you need to do is go on Google, check the schools offering the course you'd like to study. Also, it's very important that you check the prospects of the course you want to study. If you're someone who would like to stay back in the UK after your study, ensure to apply to at least 3 universities, whether you're doing your undergrad or your master's. I say this because there are chances that you might not get the admission if you just pick one school, and that's not because you do not have a good enough grade, but because there's a high volume of people applying to schools. Yeah, one of the important things you look out for is your personal statement. You have to ensure that your personal statement is well written. This is like the number one icing on the cake. If you do not have a good personal statement, it can ruin your chance of getting good admission. And what I did in my case was I just went on Google and I searched for personal statements for the course I am studying, and I was looking through different personal statements and drawing out how they aligned it, ensuring that there's a proper introduction. Guys, I'm so sorry for the external noise coming. I am extremely sorry. I hope this doesn't ruin our video. What I'll do is I'll get my AirPod now and put it on. This is better now. I can't help it. This is my house, so I just have to stay here and make this video. Okay, yeah, so one, ensuring that you have a good personal statement. Like I said, go on Google and you get so many examples. And some of the other factors you'll be looking out for while applying for a university is the fees. You should have a budget before you apply. Then check how the payment process works, the number of installments. Some schools will require that you pay everything in the first semester, while some schools will spread it out to 2 installments, while some others will spread it out to even 3 or 4 installments. It really depends on the school, so that's a very important factor. Also, what the area in the school is like. How is life for international students in that area? How is life for students generally in the area? If it's something that resonates with you. And we all have our preferences, right? I chose Wolverhampton because that's where my university is. If I haven't said it already, I am in the University of Wolverhampton. I chose the University of Wolverhampton because it's relatively close to Birmingham, and Birmingham is like one of the largest cities in the UK as far, like that's where life is. A lot of Africans are there. It's just like a very it's a very diverse city. Yeah. Also check for the employability rate of the course you are studying and how students coming out of that university, how easy it is for them to get admission. Also check for how good your course is in the university you are applying to. Cost of living, that also has to fit with your budget. Best believe, like some cities in the UK you'd be paying like, let's say, £350 per month, while you'd see some other cities where you're paying £700 per month, while you even see some other cities like in London where you'll be paying as high as £1,000 per month. I'd also say that ensure you have a good CV. You get your transcripts ready before you start your application processes to universities, and also get your certificates ready. It could be your secondary school leaving certificate if you'll be going for your undergraduate degree, and your university certificate if you are going for a master's. The next thing is, once you have your admission ready, you have your unconditional offer. Sometimes you get a conditional offer first. So if you get a conditional offer, the school will tell you what documents you need to submit or what you need to do in order to get an unconditional offer. A conditional offer means if you do not provide provide these things, then you're not going to get an unconditional offer. But once you have an unconditional offer, it is already ascertained that yeah, you are definitely going to be able to resume in the university once you get your visa done. Once you have your admission letter ready, you apply for your CAS. So this is to confirm that you have the admission from the university. Some schools would require you pay a deposit first, while some schools would require that you pay a deposit and you take a pre-CAS. So let me just give you a rundown of what a pre-CAS is like. Pre-CAS is like pre-interview before they give you the CAS letter, and in this interview what they do is they ask you questions to be sure that you are going to be coming. You're not just asking for their CAS letter to get visa and chapa and not come to school. You can just go on YouTube and search for pre-CAS interview questions. It's like the same questions they ask in different universities, almost the same kind of questions. So once you've gotten your CAS letter from the university, we are done, poo. No, we're not done. Once you have your CAS letter, you can apply for your visa. But before applying for visa, one important thing is to get tuberculosis test results or tuberculosis test certificate. It is compulsory you have your TB test certificate in order to travel to the UK if you're going to be staying for more than 6 months in the UK. And the process to getting your tuberculosis test will be done at IOM, that's the International Organization of Migration. This organization has just 2 branches, that's one in Abuja and one in Lagos. So you'd have to determine which one is closer for you and go there. You have to pay a sum of 57,800 naira in order to get your tobacco. Oh my god, this video is getting long. I'm so sorry guys, I'm going to try and rush up. I just want to make sure I do not leave out any information. Yeah, so in order to get your tuberculosis test, you'll be paying a sum of 57,800 naira. But before that, you'd have to book on the IOM website. Not to worry, I'm going to be putting the website just here so you could look it up. Every information I'm giving you guys here, I'm saying here, I'm going to be leaving the details in the description box, so you can easily just click on the link and it redirects you straight to the website. So once you've booked already, please ensure you book very early, because tuberculosis test dates is a struggle. Tuberculosis test certificate comes out the same day of the test. Once you're ready to apply for your visa, you go on the visa website. It's the general website for everything that has to do with UK application. But if you want the specific website that will take you straight to the point where you apply for your visa, don't worry, I'm going to leave that in the description box. So the documents you need for applying for your visa are school leaving transcript, your tuberculosis test certificate, your proof of fund. Your proof of fund has to be up to 28 days. So please, the moment you know you are ready to relocate for your master's or your undergraduate degree, you have to get your proof of funds ready. Your proof of fund is a sum total that shows that you are ready to be in the UK. So it's going to be your total amount of school fees apart from the one you must have paid already as deposit. Say for example you have £7,000 left to be paid. £7,000 should be in your account plus living expense. Now they have a standard living expense, let's say £1,000. So £1,000 per month, they expect that you should have £1,000 per month for your living expense multiplied by 9 months. That's a year in quotes. So by the time you do that multiplication, that's £9,000 plus £7,000. So in your account you should have a total of £16,000 saying that I am ready to be in the UK. That's the sum total. That's how they calculate proof of funds. So yeah, once you have that in your account for 28 days, you can go ahead with your visa application. So you're going to go to your bank and print out a bank statement showing your proof of fund. So you need that as well. You also need your university certificate. If your school requires you using IELTS or any other English exam to get admission, you also need to go along with your IELTS. But my school didn't require that. Same goes to so many other universities here in the UK that do not actually require you getting an English proficiency exam. I'd rather you go for those kind of schools because, to be honest, IELTS is another mental stress on its own. Also, you need a letter of sponsorship if you're going to be sponsored by a guardian or by your parent. You need a letter of sponsorship proving that yeah, my parents are going to be the ones sponsoring. I'm going to put up here what the sample of that looks like, and if I'm able to get a link, I'll put a link also in the description box. Also, you should have your IHS fees payment ready as well as your visa fees payment ready. Visa fees is about $512, while your IHS fees is about $1,038 for a person who is going to be staying in the UK for their masters for 1 year. The masters is going to be for more than 1 year. You'd have to do that calculation by yourself. But what I'll do is, there's a link or a website where you go to calculate your IHS fees. I'm going to be putting that website in the description box. I'll try and put it here also if I'm able to, because it's a really long website. The standard fees is what I just said, $512. I'm working with the data when I did my application, which was some months back, and the visa fee I stated as $512 is the standard fees. And for standard application, it takes 3 weeks for your visa to be ready. I personally did standard application. For priority visa, you pay extra £220. After the payment, you'll be redirected to the TLS website. TLS website is the website of the office where you do your visa application. The name of the office is TLS office, and there are 3 branches, one in Abuja, there's one in there are 2 in Lagos, one in Victoria Island and one in Ikeja. But the one in Victoria Island attracts extra £55. If you ask me, who I go ask, I don't know why it attracts extra £55, but some people say it's because the process there is faster. I can't say for sure because I haven't really seen anyone who tried that. Most of the people I know did in either Ikeja or in Abuja, and it's pretty much the same process. Once you get to the TLS website, you are to pick a date that you would like to go for your visa application at the TLS office, and you're also to pick if you'll be doing a self-service or not non-self-service. And let me tell you the difference between the two. Self-service is the one where you upload all your documents by yourself, and the non-self-service is the one where you take all your documents along with you to the TLS office, so the officials help you to upload your documents. Now I think for that one you pay an extra token, but I'm not sure. I personally did self-service, and I think that's very perfect in as much as you have all the documents requested, you have the scanned copy, you upload it on the website when you're doing your application. Guys, in case all of this is sounding too plenty or too elaborate, don't be worried. I did all of this by myself without an agent. I understand that some of you would even be using an agent, and that should be easier. But if you're using an agent, I like to say, please ensure that the agent is uploading all documents correctly. If possible, sit down side by side with your agent and do the uploading process. I would advise that you use an agent that is not in the same city with you. Totally would not even advise that. And also, there are free agents, guys. Don't let anybody buy you. Although there are some agents you have to pay for, and it's not like they are buying you, it's just that that's how their own process works, which is totally fine. But there are some free agencies that work with universities directly, and they get a percentage of the payment after a while paid to them. Or if you feel like you're too busy and you might be a bit tacky with the application, then please use an agent. But if you're using an agent, please be with your agent when they're uploading your documents. Yeah, so once you upload your documents and you pick a date for your biometrics, like I said, it's advisable you do all of this in time, like do them in time, because you don't get, if you apply for the test, you don't get it like the next day. You get like a week after or weeks after, depending on how cumbersome the number of applications they have. There's going to be a place where they ask for an address for a post office you like your BRP to be sent to. Now, BRP is your biometric residence permit, and I tell you, this is your identity in the UK as an international student. It's your identity, and it's also the card that carries your working permit. This is like the number of hours you're allowed to work for in a week. If you didn't already know, you're allowed to work for just 20 hours in the UK as an international student during term time. That's while in session. But outside of during term time, like during the holidays, I understand that you're allowed to work for more than 20 hours. So when you're filling the slots for your post office that you want it to be submitted to, I'd always advise that you fill in the post office closest to your university, because you're sure that you're always going to be able to get there. The BRP is an ID card that you collect, I think 10 days after you're in the UK, because you're going to be quarantine. If you're watching this video when COVID is still a thing, you're going to be collecting the BRP card after your quarantine. Immediately after your quarantine, that's like the first thing you should do. Go to the post office that you filled in and make sure you highlight that post office down. Don't forget the post office you wrote to, man of four. But then when they give you the letter, actually, because this the letter, there's a letter you take along with you to the post office to show them to collect your BRP. That letter usually comes with your visa, your passport, and you know your visa is going to be created in your passport. That's when you're collecting your visa back, that you finally have your student visa to study in the UK. In that letter, they are going to write the post office address, so not worry, it's not something that you would not have access to. Even if you forget it, you'd end up getting it back. So after this, you go to the TLS office the day you have picked and apply. Like I said, if you're doing a standard visa, it takes 3 weeks, and they are going to put your passport in a red bag. But if you did priority visa, which takes 1 week, they're going to be putting your passport in a green bag. That's the only difference, and then it comes out faster, which is good. But I did standard visa, to be honest. That's because I still had time on my side. Yeah, so try doing everything early. And after that, when you go into the TLS office, you ensure that sorry, I skipped that. I was going to say that before. Go to the TLS office. When you go into the TLS office, ensure that you go with this document. One, the checklist. You'd get your checklist during your application process. You're just going to make sure you print it out, and also a copy of your appointment date, which will be sent to you to your mail via the TLS contact office. So make sure you print out the appointment date as proof, because you will show them when you get to the TLS office. And also a photocopy of your passport data page. That's like that first page on your passport, and your international passport, the original document, because you're going to be submitting it with them, because that's why they're going to be requesting your visa. And voila, you are done. You're just gonna sit, relax, and wait for your visa to come out. Don't worry, guys, no worries. Everybody watching this video is going to get their visa. That's not even a thing of worry whatsoever. In as much as you follow all of these steps you are meant to follow, and please do not be shady. Do not do anything inappropriate. Once you do that, you're going to get your visa. And yeah, I also like to add one more point for people who have worries of how am I going to get the proof of fund. The whole money sounds too much and overbearing. Don't worry about it. There are people who there are organizations rather who actually provide proof of funds for people, but you have to pay an interest of most times from 3.5 or 4% or 5%. It goes as high as that. But if you get a good company that could provide you with proof of fund, then you pay an interest. And you also have to ensure that you do not remove any amount from this money throughout the period of that 28 days before you print out your statement. Please do not do this, because the money must not drop from, it can go higher, but it must not drop from the amount. You can take out money if you have more than the requested amount, but please make sure that you leave room for the extra like change in currency. Because guess what, if you have calculated everything and converted it to naira, because it's going to be your naira account, you're going to be using Rwanda exchange rate. I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier. I'm going to be putting the link in my bio for you to know Rwanda exchange rate. You can check daily what the exchange rate is. Say for example, Rwanda exchange rate today is 600 naira to £1. If the day you started your counting your proof of funds, it was that, and then on the 28th day it changed to £605, that's how it's going to be calculated. So it's always important that you leave room for extra. So say for example it's £600, just calculate using like £610. Most people always put like £10 extra, because you know how the currency, it fluctuates like the weather. So always leave allowance for that. So I wish you guys the best in your application process. I have more videos coming out. The next video coming out is going to be what to do after you get your visa. Aye. Congrats in advance on getting your visa. Don't worry, everything is going to be fine. So once you get your visa, you should just watch the next video I'm going to be putting out. It will be out very soon. And after getting your visa, the next thing is what to do once you arrive in the UK. I'm also going to be posting a video on that. So guys, just calm down and relax, because just calm down and relax, because your girl has got you all sorted. Best believe. If you have any questions, as usual, please make sure you ask me in the comment section. And please, if you ask me a question I don't respond on time, you could send me an email again, just as a reminder. I'm so sorry. I did do my masters. A masters in this country, I'm not saying it's hard, but I haven't done masters before. So masters everywhere, I think, is just a bit harder than what undergraduate feels like, because you're doing most of the work by yourself, to be honest. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a long one. This is probably the longest video I have put out, but I had to make sure to put every important detail for you guys here. I'm really hoping I do not forget anything, but if I do, I'll be putting more information in my next video. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like. Bye for now.